Deborah, hi. Thanks for joining me for a chat.
My pleasure.
Viiv is a leader in this conference, is a leader in this sector, is a hugely important partner, including on pediatrics. This is day 2. What's uppermost in your mind right now?
What's uppermost in my mind is what's always uppermost in my mind, and that's people who are living with HIV, both children and adults, and how we move to a world where HIV is a smaller part of their lives. And I'm also very thoughtful about how far we've come on our journey to ensure that at a global level people are able to access treatment and PrEP. And it seems we've come so far, but what's on my mind as well is there is still a long way to go.
UNAIDS issued an important report yesterday. And just one takeaway is the gap between kids and adults is expanding instead of being reduced. What's your sense of that?
So having seen the report, that was probably the most disappointing part of what I read, given that we've worked so hard over multiple decades to try and shrink that gap. And particularly over the last 4 or 5 years, we've worked in partnership, first of all to bring child-friendly formulations of dolutegravir, and now our triple regimen to children. And so we know that now the medicines are there, and we know that the infrastructure to get those medicines to children is there, and yet other things are getting in the way that are stopping us from shrinking that gap between adults and children, as opposed to, seeing it widen, which is really disappointing.
I have said in the last couple of days that there's still a big push on 2030. There's still the sense that the epidemic can be controlled by 2030. But I have said on the present trajectory, if that happens, there will be great celebrations, understandably. But there will be an asterisk on it, and the asterisk will say, except for the kids. Not one of the countries that's achieved epidemic control to date includes pediatrics. If you heard me say that in public, would you have any concern with that comment?
I wouldn't have any concern, and in fact, if you didn't say it, I'd be horrified, because all the incredible work that you guys have done for such a long time to support pediatrics and the delivery and the access to care for that very, very important underserved population, I would be surprised, and in fact, I would probably ring you up and say, Chip, why are you not shouting loud enough about peds? Because I would be by your side. And I think we must not celebrate partial victory if we get there. We need a complete victory, and only then should we really feel like we've, turned the wave of the epidemic around, and that we're going to get to an AIDS-free generation. And at the moment, we're not on track to do that.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you. Deborah, thank you for joining me for a Chip Chat.